Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is part of my series of videos to try to help people out when it comes to aptitude tests like the civil service exam, licensure exam for teachers, and other stuff like that. And today we're going to talk about radicals. This is part of my series on math video, so if you haven't seen all of the other videos already posted, you can click up here. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's going to be an eye there. You can see the entire playlist. And for those of you who already have a copy of workbook number 1, this is workbook number 1. For those of you who already have a copy, you can turn to page 11 to follow along. We are going to talk about You Solve These With Me section. Again, page 11. And design is for us to talk about it here sa video, sa baba. You're going to have to answer that on your own. Alright? Answer key is down below. Again, all of these videos are just me explaining these things, but if you don't apply it, if you don't practice it, you can forget about it. Kasi, mangyayari dyan, pagdating sa exam, you feel like you know it, pero probably mahina ang recall. So again, practice, practice, practice. The design of the workbook is para pwede siyang pilasin kahit 1 page lang every day. You have something to study while on break sa work. Alright? So I'm going to switch over to my piece so I can explain better. This is part 1 of our topic on radicals. Okay, so this is radicals part 1. Today we're going to talk about simplifying radicals. Ito muna yung pinaka-basic. And if you look at yung workbook ninyo sa page 11 sa radicals na page, this is yung first question ng Solve These With Me, square root of 49. Now, square root, ang basic ibig sabihin niya is ilan of the same factor ang meron sa isang set. For example, sa square root of 49, don't overcomplicate things. Ang tendency kasi natin po when you see this, nosebleed na tayo agad kasi square root siya. When actually, ang madali lang talaga ito i-solve if you know basic multiplication and division. What do I mean? Pag square root, okay, or kung sinusulat natin siya ganyan, ang square root basically means dapat merong dalawa of the same factor. Okay, yun ang goal natin. To find anything kung merong pares. Pares lang. Okay, parang sa barkada yan. Okay, I always tell my students, okay, ang mangyayari is, pag may magkapares na, aalis na sila sa barkada. So, ang gagawin nyo lang is to run down yung mga list ng numbers. Ano yung mga pwede mong i-divide dito. Ngayon, if you memorize the table of perfect squares, better yun. Good for you. Pero ako, personally, I didn't memorize that kasi hindi ako magaling mag-memorize. So, ang key here is yung factors. Now, I did make a video regarding smallest terms in which I touched on yung factoring, kung paano malaman if a number is divisible by 2, 3, 6, and stuff like that. You can watch it sa taas. Just check the video na magpa-pop up dyan sa YouTube ninyo. Now, in this case, 49, from the table of perfect squares, I know that this is a perfect square. That is 7 times 7. Or kung gusto niyo isa-isahin nyo rin, pwede ba siya sa 2, pwede ba siya sa 3, hindi, 4, hindi, 5, hindi, 6, hindi, 7, yes. Kasi 7 times 7 is 49. So, in that case, okay, yung 49, 7 times 7, ibig sabihin, kung dalawa na siya, like I said kanina, kung dalawa na siya, yun ang goal, pwede mo na siyang ilabas. At pag lumabas siya, mawawala na yung pagiging dalawa niya, magiging isa na lang siya. So, the answer would be 7. Basically, 7 square root of 1 kasi meron laging nawawalang 1 dyan. Pero ito, hindi na natin sinusulat yan. So, the answer is 7. Again, pares-pares lang siya. Now, bakit siya nagiging tricky? Kasi, sometimes, ang binibigay na number dito, 12, okay? Sa case kasi ng 12, hindi siya perfect square. Kasi ang perfect square natin, we have 1, we have 4, then we have 9. After that comes 16. So, yung 12, hindi siya perfect square. So, what do we do with that? Here's my suggestion. Here's how I do it. Kunyari, square root of 12, this is how I do it. I-factor 3 nyo lang siya. Kung ano yung factor 3, probably discuss nyo na yan when you were younger. But if you've forgotten it, ganito lang gagawin ninyo. Meron kasi ibang mga methods dyan. May mga solve ng radicals ng pababa. Kaya gaganyan sila, tapos square root of, and then you have factor. But in my case, kasi nga, again, gusto natin mas simple yung mga bagay-bagay, you can do a factor 3 instead. So, square root of 12, ang factor 3 goes like this. Pwede ba siya sa 2? Yes, kasi 12 eh. Even siya. So, pwede siya sa 2. So, you have 2 times, ano yung i-multiply mo sa 2 para maging 12? That is 6. After that, pwede ka pa bang gawin? You have 6 here. Pwede pa ba siya i-divide? Yes, pwede siya sa 2. And then, yung 2, i-multiply mo sa 3 para lumabas yung 6. So, basically, ang ending mo is, ito yung dulong layer mo ito. And in this dulong layer, we have 1, 2. Dalawang 2. Ibig sabihin, again, pares na siya, pwede mo na siyang ilabas. So, you have 2, and then yung natitira na nasa loob pa rin, na walang kapares or walang ka-love team, maiiwan siya sa loob. So, magiging 2 square root of 3, and that is the answer. Now, paano pag mas malaki yung number? Same thing, okay? The same concept applies. Let's try this out. So, you have square root of 2, 2, 2. Okay? Pwede ba siya sa 2? Yes. So, you start with that. 2. 2, 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1, 1. Pwede ba siya sa 3? Yes. Kasi 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Divisible yun sa 3. So, kung i-divide mo siya sa 3, you have 30 and then 7. Okay? Kasi 1, 1, 1 divided by 3, you have 3, 9. Again, I'm demonstrating this just for visual reference. 21 divided by 3 is 7. The next question is, may pwede pa ba akong i-divide or i-multiply sa 7? Pwede ba siya sa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Hindi. 7? Hindi rin. 8? Hindi. 9? Hindi. 10? Hindi rin. 11? Wala na. So, ibig sabihin nun, itong square root of 2, 2, 2, since wala na tayo mahanap na kapares, 2, 3, and 37, the answer would still be square root of 2, 2, 2. Bakit? Kasi wala ka nang pwedeng ilabas. Wala siyang mga kapares na mailalabas ka. So, kokopyahin mo na lang siya. That's how simple it is really. Now, I want you to try it out with a different number, square root of 104. So, hit pause now. I-pause nyo muna and then balikan ninyo so I can show you how to do it. Hit pause. Alright, let's see if you got it right, okay? So, square root of 104, again, factor lang natin siya. You have 2, and then you have 52 here. Pwede ba siya sa 2 uli? Yes, so you have 2 here. Magiging 27. Magiging 26. Yan. So, kung meron ka ng 26, what do you do? Pwede pa uli siya sa 2. So, you have 13. Now, this time, meron ka pa bang magagawa? Wala na, no? Kasi, yung 13 and 1 na lang yan. So, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. So, what you could do would be, dahil meron kang 2 dito, meron kang 2 dito, pares sila, mailalabas natin sila. So, you have 2 square root of, and then you have this 2 times 13. Dahil hindi na siya pwedeng ilabas, imumultiply mo siya both. So, kokopyahin mo na lang yung 26. So, the answer is 2 square root of 26. I hope you got that right, kasi we're going to jump to cube root naman. Paano kung cube root ang pinag-uusapan? Same concept applies, pero this time, kailangan 3 of a kind bago mo siya mailabas. Okay? Yung mga magaling mag-tong-its dyan, or alam niyo yung ibig sabihin 3 of a kind. Ibig sabihin 3 of the same thing. So, anong gagawin natin? Ang gagawin natin here is, if-factor pa rin natin siya. So, you have cube root of 81. Okay? Pwede ba siya sa 2? Hindi. Sa 3? Yes. So, you have 3 times, and then i-divide natin siya. That is 27. 27, i-divide mo siya uli sa kung ano pwede i-divide. Pwede siya sa 3, so 3 uli. This would be 9, kasi 9, 18, 27. And then, i-divide mo uli siya sa dalawang 3. So, ang bottom nating factors are 4 na 3. Again, cube root, so ang kailangan natin 3. Meron ka ditong 3 3, buo na yan. So, ilalabas natin siya. Magiging 3 cube root of 3. Kasi yung 3 na nag-iisa doon ay maiiwan siya sa loob ng bahay. That's how simple it is really. Now, tingnan natin. Paano kung ganito? Cube root of 250. Let's try it out. So, you have 250. Again, ang goal natin, 3 of a kind. So, you have 250 divided by, pwede siya sa 2. So, you have 125. Yung 125, pwede siya sa 5 kasi ang ending niya 5. So, you have 5. And then, this is 25. 25 is a perfect square actually. So, that is 5 and 5. Again, meron kang 3 5 dito. Ibig sabihin, pwede mong ilabas yung 5. Yung 2, wala siyang kasama, so may iwan siya sa loob. So, you have 5 square root of, cube root of 2. And that is the answer. That's really how simple it is. Now, I want you to try it out. Paano kung 300? And then, hit pause. Tapos, hit pause nyo muna, and then, check natin if you got it right. So, hit pause now. Alright, let's see if you got it right. Tignan natin. So, cube root of 300. Meron kang 3. Tsaka meron kang 100. That's the obvious na makikita natin dyan. So, 100 pwedeng 2 and 50. Sa 15, pwedeng 2 and 25. Sa 25, you have, like we said, 5 and 5. So, tanong, meron bang 3 of a kind dito? So, makikita natin, dalawa lang ang 2, dalawa lang ang 5, isa lang ang 3. So, walang tatlo of the same number. So, the answer here actually is basically just cube root of 300. Alright, so I hope you learned something new today. If you did, click thumbs up. And again, subscribe to this channel if you want to see the next video. This is just part 1 of our series on radicals. I had to chop it up kasi medyo complicated yung topic. So next time, we're going to talk about operations na ng radicals. And again, if you have a copy for book number 1, answering exercises down below. For those of you who don't and want to have one, you can go to www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa to ask me how you can get a copy of your own. Thanks guys, God bless. Adja kaya niyan, and I'll see you in my next video.